The day could finally be upon us that Scott Wright could be leaving Rangers because his future is in the balance amid links to Championship club. Is it a Scottish Championship club? Because that to me would seem more likely than an English Championship club, but let's dive into it. I say that, you know what, when he came on, what game was it he came on there? I can't even remember. Was it the Aberdeen game? I think it was the Aberdeen. You seen he came on, he was really good. I think it was against Aberdeen. But too little, too late for Scott Wright. One game doesn't mean he's the fucking rock, does it? The future of Rangers player Scott Wright hangs in the balance. Preston North End. That just sounds like a club that Scott Wright would go to. Preston North End. Why can't they just be called like Preston FC? But the fucking North End. Pish. According to Lancashire Live, the 25-year-old former Aberdeen winger is being linked with a move to Deepdale as Michael Beale looks to reshape his Rangers squad next season. They're claiming that Scott Wright could be signed as the club looks to evolve past the 3-5-2 system employed by Ryan Lowe, with Preston heading into what's being more described as a crucial transfer window. The report states that Lowe is looking to bring in a winger with strong dribbling ability into Preston, with Rangers man Wright among those being fucking strong dribbling ability. The guy's fucking shite. Can't he do anything coming off the bench? He has underwhelmed at Rangers. Yeah, of course he has. He's actually made 33 appearances this season, 25 being for the bench. He hasn't scored a single goal. Can we be shocked, right? Scott Wright, he's not good enough for Rangers. Let's get rid of him. To be honest, I don't know what sort of fee we're going to mangle out of Scott Wright here, but it's not going to be an awful lot. Preston want him. Will this deal go ahead? I hope so, because he's just not needed. For the players that we need to bring in to challenge Celtic, to challenge the Champions League, you need to get rid of Scott Wright. I don't care what anybody says. This guy cannot be getting brought off the bench against fucking Liverpool, against Bayern Munich. No. No. And even against teams in the league, he shouldn't be getting fucking brought off. Team, we need a goal. You do not bring on a guy who's got 0 and 33. That's abysmal. That is awful. But in other news, James Bisgrove was talking today. Bisgrove? Bisgrove. Biscoff. I love Biscoff. Biscoff's pretty good, but anyway, the new CEO. He said a maximum of 800 Celtic fans will be at an Old Firm game at Ibrox next season. Of course, there's been a lot of talk of Celtic fans getting the whole end like they used to, and we would in turn get the whole end at Celtic Park. But I mean, I think that was better. Now, I do like the element of like when it's an old. I think you can see both sides to it. I like the fact that like a quarter of the stadium would be the other team because the atmosphere's just better. But I can see the other element of like, well, when the other team is winning at home, it's like, yeah, it's like fucking, there's the whole stadium rather than just three quarters. With three quarters is a fucking lot to make a lot of noise. Not that I'm downplaying anyone making noise, but yeah, it's a weird one. I feel like we've been used to 800 for a while now. When did they actually bring this in? I feel like even when we came up, like in 2016, 17, 18, they still had a full stand. If I'm being honest, I can't really recall 800 fans being there. I feel like it was still a full stand, or maybe I'm fucking off with that. I don't know. But personally, I would like to see the full stand return because it just means more. Like you seen at Celtic Park in that game when we scored, there was just no react. It felt dead. It felt really weird. Now, obviously, we pumped them at Ibrox, so we didn't get to hear Celtic fans celebrate, which is very good because they didn't have nothing to celebrate. We won 3-0. So we didn't really get that experience at Ibrox. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think about this? Would you like to see a full stand or just the 800, which is going to happen, apparently, according to Big G James? But anyway, till next time, Scott Wright didn't Preston. I want that to happen.